teammates.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. John Ross with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New England trying to get a place on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
28. Patriots 7.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team, the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing.
And right now, that crowd, silent. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Got his man. That's Harry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 46.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Tighten up. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Back to throw. Jones to Boyle here over the middle.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Jones on first down.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
At the 13-yard line.
Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. He was given 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Back now in Foxborough.
The score.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Over the middle, it's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Locke gives this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Going deep down. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. John Ross saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped.
They threw it. They just threw the flag.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll actually throw it with Locke.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Jones on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Switch up, switch up.
Throwing again, Jones. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his target. That's more. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to go back to more there. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Accelerating, and off he goes. Woo! And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Final score.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.
it.